Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Fighting his way through contact. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mahomes now to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty, and pick up the yardage that way.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Come on now.
A big play there for KC.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man here, it's the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, are they going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack. Tua, he'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. That fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Losing 9 yards there, and it also brings up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Open man left side is the tight end long. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Tua to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Completes it to Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes of play. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.